Welcome to the Knights of Lucky podcast, episode 6, I think. I'm losing track. I really am losing track. But yeah, I'm here. Let's talk about some stuff. So, how are all you doing? Doing fine? Doing okay-ish? Doing bad? Well, you can now listen to my stupid voice and maybe laugh, and that'll distract you from your existential, problems. But no, it's gonna be fine. Don't worry. You're gonna be alright, I promise, okay? Keep your head up. Keep on pushing. So, let's talk about some stuff. So, to be fair, this is from We Got It Covered. And they're kind of reportedly iffy on stuff. Basically, they're full of crap. But reportedly, there's like a Admiral Thrawn and Ezra Bridger show supposed to be rumored for Disney Plus. This is actually interesting. I actually would say this is probably likely in some form. I honestly don't think they're going to get their own show, but I think the Ahsoka show is going to have Thrawn and Ezra Bridger and some of the Rebels characters. I feel that makes the most sense, But reportedly, there's going to be a show. Now, if you don't know who these characters are, they are from, they are from Star Wars, Rebels. Ezra Bridger is basically like a young kid born on Lothal, who lost his parents. They died, they're gone, yada yada, which is basically pretty standard for Star Wars. But I apologize, by the way, for the weird sounds in the background. They're doing some work in my room, and they're trying to dry the floor. It's a long story. But, no, basically, he is, a character. He was a young kid born in Lothal. He became a Jedi, was trained by, Kanan Jarrus. He was his master. It's a pretty interesting character. And Grand Admiral Thrawn has been around for a lot longer. He was originally in the Star Wars Legends, or what used to be like the EU, expanded universe, because he was essentially a Chiss. He was a Chiss, Grand Admiral in the, Empire, the Imperials and whatnot. And he's widely known for being one of the best villains in all of Star Wars, because he's extremely intelligent. Like, he is an absolute, literal tactical genius. The guy is a god. He will predict everything before the thought even registers inside of your brain. Like, he is high-level stuff. Like, he is very, very, very smart. And, obviously, famously, if you saw, spoiler alert, for The Mandalorian Season 2, Ahsoka Tano, it's my phone, Ahsoka Tano referenced him, and she is clearly on the hunt, looking for, Bridger and, sorry, my brain is cooked. It's cooked today. Basically, he is out doing stuff, and he probably has Ezra Bridger, so he's trying to look for him. So there's kind of a whole deal with that and whatnot. But he's just known for being a very popular character, one of the best villains in all of Star Wars, and it seems like on the whole Mandalorian timeline and Rebels and stuff, he's gonna be a big villain, so that's going to be interesting. I'm excited for that, if that is true, but I would say that in some form definitely is going to happen. Like, I would say it's probably not going to be a show, but they will both probably, you know, they'll both probably be in, you know, that show. So that's interesting, honestly. So the whole Henry Cavill situation is interesting. You know, famously, Henry Cavill is, you know, he is Superman in the DCEU, but now that there's been a reboot for Superman coming from, you know, like J.J. Abrams and whatnot, whether or not he's going to continue playing Superman for DC is up for debate. I hope he does, because I love him. Honestly, he's my favorite Superman next to Christopher Reeve and George Newberg. So, yeah, it's depressing if he isn't going to play him, because everybody just wants to see him. So it's kind of... It's weird, because it's like we don't really know what's going to happen with the guy. We don't know if he's going to keep playing him, if he's going to, you know, keep playing. So we don't know. It's kind of confusing. But, you know, it's crazy. It's rough. But, yeah. Moving on to more DC stuff. The Batman. I'm Batman. Where is she? Right there. Why? That's a dead joke, but dude, I'm gonna make a Batman audio at some point. I promise. But the Batman has finished like shooting, and it's wrapped up production and whatnot, which that's interesting, honestly. I'm very, very excited for that film. You know, that was the thing, is people, when Robert Pattinson got cast, everybody just absolutely lost their frickin' minds. They literally just went crazy. And I was one of... I'm not just saying this to, like, fit in and be like, ooh, I'm cool and whatnot. No. From the very beginning, I was like, I'm all for this. I can totally see him playing a younger Bruce Wayne. I totally can see that. And whatnot. I can see that totally happening. Him being a great Batman. But everyone was like, it's the Twilight guy. It's like, you do realize, like, that's not just his acting repertoire. You know? Like, seriously, like, he's been in other stuff. He's been in a lot of great indie films. Like, what are you talking about? The guy is great. He's a fantastic actor. And you're all like, he's garbage. It's like, have you seen his other stuff? Well, no, but it's like, just shut up. God. People annoy the crap out of me these days, you know? No offense to these people that are like that, but, you know, it's like, really, it's like, you are being completely 1,000% unfair. This guy is a great actor, he's in good stuff, and he can pull it off. And whatnot. And I was like, always constantly defending the guy, like, he's gonna do good, he's gonna be awesome. And then, you know, that little teaser where they showed off the suit, and they introduced a bit of Michael Giacchino's score for the film, which is amazing, by the way. I love it. And they got the red Daredevil lightning. I was like, oh, this is sick! I was like, this is awesome! Because I'm a huge Daredevil fan, obviously. But then, for, you know, DC fandom, they dropped that trailer, and it completely broke the internet. And I was like, I told all of you goofballs that were crapping on this guy this entire time. Now he gets an awesome trailer, and you're like, oh man, he's always been cool. It's like, shut up. You are so hypocritical. Screw off. Gosh, people like that annoy the crap out of me. How it's like, they crap on it when they think it's all bad and stupid to fit in. And then when it's all cool, they're like, oh, I always loved that. I'm like, get the hell out of here. You all suck. God, you are unbelievable. Just absolutely horrible. I was like, it's just, it made me so angry, because I was like with this guy the entire time, and now he gets this awesome trailer that confirms, like, he's gonna be awesome and this film is gonna kick butt, and now you're all like, oh, dude, this has always been cool. It's like, shut up and get the heck out of here. Oh my gosh, that made me so angry. But I was like, when he did the iconic, like, one-armed, like, punch fest where he just beat the crap out of this dude, I was like, that scene confirmed that Robert Pattinson is going to be great as Batman. That's what made it for everybody. I was like, I told you he was going to be amazing. And now they have this iconic moment in the trailer that's become, it was one of the most iconic moments of pop culture last year. I mean, people lost their mind. Like, I remember when I was watching the trailer, we were, I was at, like, my aunt and uncle's house. And everybody was outside just chatting, and I sat down for a sec to kind of look at all the, trailers that were coming out. And I watched a bit of the Batman trailer, and I was sitting there watching it. And then, who the hell are you? And whatnot. Then he literally just starts beating the crap out of him, and I was like, oh my god, I lost my mind. I was like laughing and just like in awe. I was like, oh my god, he killed that guy. He straight up killed him. If he didn't outright kill him, he gave him permanent brain damage. And then he was like, I'm vengeance. Then the Batmobile, like, revs up, and it was such a good trailer. It's amazing. It's a masterpiece. It's incredible. So for me, I was just like, dude, this is awesome. And I was like, it really did. It was so gratifying, because it, like, it reaffirmed and confirmed, like my beliefs. So, like, yeah, this is going to be an awesome film. And it, everybody's on board now. And I'm like, cool, but, like, you're all hypocrites. It's like you crapped on this film before it came out in this trailer release, saying it was, it's going to be awful and stupid and he's going to be bad as Batman. Then we get a great trailer and you're all like suddenly like, oh yeah, we were always on board. It's like, get the hell out of here. You disgust me. You make me sick. Ugh. It really did make me angry though. Sorry, this is my nerdy rant. This is me getting all angry. Angst. So, yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be a great film. I'm excited. So, kind of, apparently, Gwyneth Paltrow, kind of wants to come back as Pepper Potts, and I was literally about to say Star Wars, I'm like the MCU, and whatnot, and I'm all for that, I'm all for that, like, I really like her performance, I like her as Pepper Potts, and, but she wants, like, apparently, like, limited or small roles, or something like that. So, but I'm excited for that. I would, genuinely like to see her come back. I really did like her in those films. A lot of people don't like her, and I don't, it's kind of, she's controversial, but I did really genuinely like her as Pepper Potts, so, but, yeah, so that's going to be interesting if she does come back. but I would like to see her come back and do some more stuff, you know. So, yeah, so what's going on in the world, man? What's going on, dude? Stuff's getting crazy. What's up with all these volcanoes? Like, I've been, you know, closely, like, following, like, volcanoes that are erupting lately, and, like, dude, like, the past, like, couple weeks, like, volcanoes are just blowing up and exploding everywhere. Like, dude, this is nuts. I don't know if this is just, it's not the end times, but it really, I mean, volcanoes are always going up, but it's like, lately, it's been, like, nuts. So apparently, like, Mauna Loa, which is, like, a volcano in, like, Hawaii, I think. You know, big island of Hawaii. Apparently, it's, like, kind of, like, gonna erupt, I guess. So, yikes. So apparently, people are like, you know, we need to get this thing under control. We need to prep. So, yeah, that's, I mean, isn't Mauna Loa, like, isn't, like, Hawaii's volcanoes, like, the most active in the world or something? I think that's what they said. But, I don't know. But, yeah, dude, it's rough. It is rough there. Especially, though, like, in Iceland. Iceland is, like, apparently having, like, a bunch of earthquakes, which is obviously, if you didn't know, it's kind of, you know, dang it, I lost my train of thought. It's the thing, it's just, like, it's crazy. I don't know, I literally just, my mind was just wiped. I'm not kidding. I went just downhill. But, no, volcanoes are crazy. Mount Etna, though, apparently is blowing up. It's erupting. It's doing crazy stuff. Let's see. So basically, like, the past week, it's been erupting, I guess. And not great. You know, Italy obviously famously has, you know, tons of volcanoes and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's crazy, but yeah, apparently that's erupting, which is nuts. Oh my gosh, I'm watching like a video of this crap. Dude, this is nuts. Holy crap. Oh wow. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. That's what she said. That is a huge volcano. Yeah, Italy has like a ton of volcanoes and stuff. You know, obviously, famously, Mount Vesuvius. Mount Vesuvius, you know, like Pompeii. That's here's like a kind of fun, sort of interesting horrible. No, it's kind of horrible, I guess, and sad a bit, but an interesting historical fact is that basically, if I remember correctly, if you know your history, you know, volcanoes in Italy have been erupting for quite a while now, and you know, famously, Mount Vesuvius destroyed like Pompeii and Herculaneum. It was crazy. But what's actually even crazier is that if, you know, you might know this if you read up your history, but way back in the day, you know, as a lad in school, you know, they taught when you were covering like World War II and volcanoes that one of the most famous volcano volcanic eruptions that happened, in human history was when, in 1944, during the Second World War, Mount Vesuvius erupted, and just blew up and whatnot, and caused a huge bunch of damage over there in Italy. And a interesting historical fact is that my great-grandfather, Jack, he, back in the day, he went over to Italy and served in the Second World War. And he fought there for 4 years. And he was a military police officer. The guys that ride around on the cool bikes. And it's like, look at my helmet. It says M and P on it. Yay! But he was a military police officer. But crazily enough, he was literally there when it erupted. When Mount Vesuvius erupted in 1944, he was there. He literally saw it erupt firsthand. He saw the thing erupt and blow up in 1944. And it was nuts. I asked my grandma, she had mentioned it a long time ago. It's like, did you say he actually saw that? And then, a couple weeks ago when I was talking to her, she was like, yeah, he was there. He saw the thing erupt. So, yeah, my great-grandfather literally watched one of the most famous volcanic eruptions in human history during the Second World War. He saw Mount Vesuvius erupt firsthand. He was there. That was actually what probably led to his early death, because, he died when he was, 54, I think. When he was, really young. I mean, that's still quite a long life, but, comparatively to other people, you should be living a couple more decades at least. But he died, pretty young for his age, he was, they had always said, he was always kind of sick and had health problems, and after the war, he had kind of got asthma, which asthma is horrible, obviously, but they think that that's probably what led to his early death, because, obviously, breathing in volcanic ash is not a good thing. It's all, sticky and hot and powdery. The problem is when you breathe it into your lungs, it forms into a material, it basically turns to concrete. It literally turns your lungs to rocky concrete. So it's most likely what led to his kind of early death and whatnot. But yeah, he was there when that erupted, when that thing blew up. He was there. But yeah. But apparently, yeah, this is what I forgot I was talking about. Basically, apparently in Iceland, they're gonna have some volcanic eruption or something. I can't pronounce the name of the volcano, because it's an Icelandic name, and I can't really say that. I can't pronounce it correctly. But apparently they've been having a ton of earthquakes over there, which is, that's pretty common for eruptions. Usually what happens is there are a lot of earthquakes, and it's because, the earth down under there is moving and shifting and stuff. So it's there's been several thousand earthquakes in the past couple weeks or so, which is that's really bad. That is not good. And apparently the volcano has been dormant for almost 1,000 years. So this could be not good. Maybe not apocalyptic, but it probably could be pretty bad. Because that's the thing, is volcanoes are scary. They are scary. If you have not read up on your history, volcanic eruptions have been tied to some of the most horrible events in human history. Volcanic eruptions are often tied to revolutions and pandemics. Societal upheaval, basically. Many revolutions throughout history have been caused by volcanic eruptions. because they literally change the entire change the entire human race, like how stuff works, how it functions, like society, it changes society, it causes a lot of economic damage and problems. People lose jobs, and obviously environmentally it messes the planet up, because it may not seem like a lot, but like if the Earth's temperature goes down like a degree or two, that's pretty bad, because how that kind of works is volcanoes shoot out stuff called tephra. Tephra is just basically a bunch of dirt, rock, ash, that kind of jazz. And that stuff, essentially, what happens is that will go way, way, way up into that atmosphere. Way up into that atmosphere. This is my deep, manly voice. I'm gonna go chop some wood. Wearing one of those red, brawny, checkered shirts. Flannel. I love it. I love it! But, no, basically, it shoots that stuff into the atmosphere, blocks out the sun, and that's what makes everything real cold. That's why you gotta wear your jacket. And, not great, generally speaking, because some of the worst, eruptions throughout history have been tied to that, Krakatoa is one of the most famous ones, when it erupted in 1883. That thing was literally, it was so loud, it blew people's eardrums out 1,000 miles away or something. It literally, I'm not kidding, it's been confirmed that when Krakatoa erupted in 1883, it made the loudest sound ever made on this planet. Loudest sound ever made on Earth. There's actually audio of it. It's absolutely terrifying if you listen to it. When that thing blew up, it was boom! It's terrifying. No, that's not a proper one. That's not a proper volcanic eruption. Krakatoa! I'm such a goof. But no, it really, the sound was so loud, it traveled around the Earth 3 or 4 times. It was nuts, man. That stuff was crazy back in the day. But by far the most famous one, or at least the most critical and impactful one ever to occur on Earth, in at least recorded human history, is Mount Tambora. I'm sorry if I'm doing a little history, science detour. I kind of want to talk about other stuff besides nerd stuff, so I'm going to be talking about this stuff. But anywho, basically it erupted in 1815, if I remember correctly. I'm a history nerd, and so I know quite a bit. I'm like if an amateur Indiana Jones was a crappy voice actor. Anywho, back to it. Basically in 1815, that thing went up on the island of Sumbawa, if I remember correctly, and it was not good, because what had happened is the sky had kind of turned this odd red, this blood red hue. And there was a military leader dude that was, kind of in his home, and all of a sudden, out to the ocean towards that volcano, he started hearing loud explosions. And he actually, unfortunately, had sent out a bunch of men, a bunch of soldiers out there, because they thought they were being attacked. But what they had no idea was they were literally about to witness one of the worst eruptions in recorded human history when it comes to volcanoes. So they essentially let them out there to their deaths. And that thing erupted crazily. It erupted, it shot out gas, lava, rock, tephra, all that jazz. It turned the sky this sickly red shade. It all of a sudden, this snow-like material was raining down on the earth, and it was volcanic ash, and it had shot out so much tephra, it had literally changed the entire atmosphere of the earth, because it had lowered it by I think a couple degrees, the entire earth's temperature, and it literally blocked out the sun, and that's how it got the name the year without summer, because literally for an entire year it was winter, because it had literally blocked out so much of the sun. Everything was frozen. Everything froze. It was all cold. People couldn't grow crops and food. It was really, really, really bad. And it's, it literally changed the entire earth forever. It really, for an entire year, messed everyone up. And famously, a couple historical facts I learned over the years is that like I said, volcanoes have been tied to pandemics and whatnot, and crazily enough, they've figured out that there was a specific strain of cholera that had popped up, cholera being, a virus disease, that had popped up. There was literally an entire strain of a disease that had happened, that had birthed to life because of a volcanic eruption. And Mary Shelley, if I remember correctly, couldn't go outside and whatnot because it's literally raining ash from a volcano, and she stayed inside, and that's when she wrote Frankenstein. Fun fact for you. That's how she wrote Frankenstein. It's because she was stuck inside because there's a volcano blowing up. And its eruption was really bad. It's been confirmed it was a 7 on the VEI. The VEI stands for Volcanic Explosivity Index. That's basically, it's how they measure and rate volcanoes and eruptions. And it was bad. It was a 7, which, if I remember correctly, that is the worst one. I don't think people really realize, how bad this thing was. This was really bad. It destroyed everything. Killed people. I mean, it just screwed everything up. And it was not good, man. It was bad. Volcanoes are terrifying. They are scary. When you read into it, you start getting real scared, because volcanoes are just known for being absolutely terrifying. I mean, they literally shape the entire earth and whatnot. They screw everything up completely. They mess stuff up. So, but that's the thing, is volcanoes have just been tied to all of these horrific events, and probably, one of the worst that's ever happened is, kind of, to be fair, it's kind of still a theory, but they've kind of at least found out that this thing did erupt at some point. It's called the Toba catastrophe theory, and it's a super volcano. And basically, roughly, I think they said about 70,000 years ago, this thing went nuclear and blew up. And This thing was not good. Because, to be fair, I'll still say the theory, because I still think it's interesting, but it is a controversial theory and has been kind of ruled out. But just to kind of, explain if you didn't know. Essentially, they theorized that roughly 70,000 years ago, Lake Toba it's called in Indonesia. It's called Lake Toba. Had basically erupted. It was a super volcano, and it just went crazy. And they theorized that apparently also they think that it was so bad it was like 12 times worse than the previous one I talked about, Mount Tambora, Year Without Summer, that one. But they think that this thing was so violently erupting, it was so bad that it somehow had caused a genetic bottleneck that caused a severe lack of diversity with people's genes across the world, and lowered the human population quite a bit, brought it really, really down, and just destroyed everything. But this theory has been kind of ruled out that, apparently in Africa at the same time, people were fine, so it's not quite sure, but it is pretty clear that this thing did erupt a while back, and it was really bad. So, not great, but, Volcanoes, though, they're just scary, man. They're real scary. Like, if you don't, read into it, it's just, it's terrifying. But, yeah, volcanoes, generally not good. Generally, they suck. Nice. So, yeah. That's kind of my detour on volcanoes. But yeah, if, you want me to talk about, I would like to, branch out in other stuff, Not just talk about nerd stuff. Talk about my life, your life, the world, existence, and what's going on in the world, topics, history, just everything, basically. I'd like to get into that, because I think it's fun to talk about other stuff besides that. So, yeah, interesting. It's treason, then. Yeah, so, I went to the store a couple days ago. I went to GameStop and Target. I got some jeans. I got a shirt, some underwear. What else did I get? I got some shampoo. There was one other thing. Yeah, I don't know. Got a bunch of snacks. I was gonna buy this painting to put in my room, but I was like, I wanted to save some money for, GameStop and whatnot. And I'm always really paranoid about when I'm going shopping or getting groceries alone. I'm always worried and terrified I'm not gonna have enough money. I'm always worried about that stuff. For some reason, it just terrifies me. So I'm always I gotta I put everything back. I'm I'm worried I'm not gonna have enough money, but it's it's terrifying. But But other than that, I went to GameStop. I got a My Hero Academia shirt. I wore it in one of my pictures I did for modeling. By the way, am I good at modeling? Am I taking good pictures? Do I look handsome? No, I don't look hot. I look like a hot mess, but not hot. But hopefully one day I can look handsome and jacked. Like Captain America. Hopefully, but I need some water. I need some water here. I'm dying of dehydration. I feel like a guy who's been stranded on an island. I can't be. Did you ever see that video of this dude who like went to a random island, like in the tropics, and lived on it for an entire year by himself? And when they came back, this dude, his hair was so long and his beard was huge. And dude, this guy's t-shirt, because he only went there with like a pair of shorts, like flip-flops, some underwear, I think a hat, and like a little box of some, I think like some supplies and stuff. And and like like one of those telephone transponders, so like just in case somebody needs to pick him up because of something. And he literally was on that island for a year, if I remember correctly. And dude, it was that dude's shirt was so grungy and dirty. It was like, oh, it's like you gotta burn that. That dude had sweat in that shirt. That shirt had been through so much pain and suffering. By the way, I think the island he was on was also not smart, but a volcano. Like, if you're gonna like live on a tropical island, like maybe don't go to a volcano. I mean, I would personally want to live on a tropical island, this big, lush tropical island with mysteries and ancient structures and a volcano. Like, I would love to do that. To just go out and explore an island, you know? I would love to do that someday, you know? It's crazy how much of, like, the Earth is unexplored. Statistically speaking, a fact that I thought was actually pretty crazy, but kind of makes sense, is that we have explored more. Fun fact, we have literally explored more of the moon than we have of our oceans. I think they've said we've explored roughly 5% of our oceans. So basically nothing. That's the thing, the ocean is scary and it's deep and it's mysterious. By the way, Megalodon is dead. Get over it. I always find it hilarious when people are just dying to like, oh no, it's still alive. It's like, don't get me wrong. I would love for Megalodon to be alive, but it's not. The thing roughly died out a couple million years ago, mainly due to it not having enough food. Actually, funnily enough, great white sharks are most likely what led to its kind of destruction, its death. Unfortunately, because they ate up all the food, and when you're an animal of that caliber, that size, you know, if you don't get enough food, you're just gonna die out, and that's essentially what happened. Speaking of dying out, sharks, I love talking about history and science. Hopefully this isn't boring. This is what the podcast is gonna be. Me nerding out over everything. But apparently I think sharks have survived like 4 of the 5 mass extinctions. Like, that's crazy. Like, they've literally lived through hundreds of millions of years of ecologic change and what. It's so crazy. Like, life really does find a way. It's so fascinating when you read into that stuff. Like, how they literally have, like, lived through all of these mass extinctions. It's nuts. It really is crazy. Like, you've literally lived through, like, 4 mass extinctions. That is nuts, man. That is crazy. I think it's what? What are the 5 main mass extinctions? I think it's Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, Permian, and the Cretaceous, you know, the asteroid. I'm gonna look this up. 5 mass extinctions. Okay, let's see. Okay, Ordovician, Silurian, got it. I was right on that. What the hell? Ordovician, Silurian. Okay, so it's like both of them, so technically I was right. 450 million years ago. Massive glaciations. Basically, the sea got all weird and things got cold. Devonian, there's like an oxygen shortage. Reduced carbon dioxide 3,700,000 years ago. Million years ago, sorry. 375 million years ago. Whatever the stupid number is. I hate math! Okay, Permian Triassic. Unstable climate. Ocean reduction. What? Asteroid or comet impact? What the heck? I didn't hear about that. I always thought it was just the unstable climate. Because famously, you know, the Permian mass extinction was the worst in Earth's history. It was literally 95% of all life died, if I remember correctly. It was so bad, scientists have literally named it the Great Dying. Because it literally killed so much life on this planet that just, it literally almost brought us to this life on this planet's extinction, basically. Total extinction. Then you have the Triassic, Jurassic, volcanoes and stuff. Then obviously the Cretaceous asteroid impact. Allegedly. No. That's actually an interesting thing. Is one of the theories in recent years is that it wasn't totally the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. One of the theories is that it wasn't just the asteroid. The theory goes like this, is that essentially, roughly, like it's been said before, 65 million years ago, a giant asteroid crashed into Earth. It caused, widespread destruction, killed off all of the big, giant dinosaurs, and whatnot. That was the main, theory for years. But recently, they've been kind of thinking that it wasn't totally that. They think it went like that, the asteroid impacted the Earth. Then roughly over the course of 1 million years, these groups of volcanoes called super traps in basically India for 1 million years just spewed out lava and magma and stuff. And that's what finished them off. So the theory goes like 65 million years ago. Well, that's actually an interesting thing, is reportedly, like, dinosaurs were actually on the decline already before the asteroid impact. They were already on their way due to climate and mammals and whatnot, and declining habitat. So they were already on their way out the door. But what happened is that they theorized 65 million years ago, asteroid impacted, hit Earth, killed off a lot of the dinosaurs. Then roughly over the course of 1 million years, these groups of volcanoes in India spewed out lava and then finished them off. And both of these events sort of worked in tandem, worked together to kill off all the dinosaurs. So, sad times for the dinosaurs. Very sad. Much sad, wow. But that's what they theorize, basically. So, that sucks. That's depressing. Old dinosaurs. Poor dinosaurs. But now that we're done talking about all this stuff, let's get into the questions and advice. Remember, I am not a doctor or a genius or anything. So, disclaimer, talk to a doctor or a therapist or somebody who actually knows stuff. I'm just some dumb goofball. Get professional, help and stuff. Cereal before milk. That's the way you make it. People who pour milk and then pour their cereal Those people are weird. No offense. That's just weird. Why would you do that? Why on earth would you pour the milk first? You get less cereal. Why? It makes no sense. It's just, I'm an old man. Dude, I am like an old man. I'm just like, back in my day, we used to pour our cereal before our milk. No, back in my day, we used to go outside and eat tree bark and, drink dirty pond water. Oh, boy. What an old man I am. Anyhow, not bad for an old man. Old habits die hard, I guess. I've got you in my sights. That's a reference for anyone. Let's see. Let's go to your questions. All right. What do we got here? All right, let's go to the questions. And we've got questions here. Okay, 25 questions. Let's pick some out. Let's pick out a couple of these. Skylanders, do you like it? I actually used to play that game when I was a kid quite a bit. I always liked that character called Chop Chop. He was like this giant skeleton guy with like a sword, I think. Okay, need advice. How do you get through real friends that left you? Left you for a reason. Okay. I mean, if they left you for some stupid reason, they're not your friends then, They're not your friends, if they just left you like that. For no apparent reason or just some stupid reason, they're not worth your time. Like, I know it hurts, but like that's the thing I find a little odd about, life. It's like when people are like, oh, my friends, it hurt me, and I understand, obviously, that's gotta hurt, but like, thing is that, it's just, it's gotta suck. It's gotta suck, but the thing is, that is completely 100% normal. Like, it hurts, but it's normal. You're gonna run into people like that. And if they do leave you, they're not your friends then. But it's sad, but it's, it's a normal part of life, You're gonna run into a bunch of jerks, people who just don't give a crap. And those people aren't the people you want to be around. You want to be around people that actually like you and care about you and appreciate you for who you are. So, for me, I would say just, if they left you, just screw them. Go find some good friends that you deserve. Go find some good friends, some people that you deserve, some good people, some people that'll care about you, watch over you, so, yeah, that's what I would do, honestly. Alrighty, let's see. What weird food combos do you really enjoy? I don't know, actually. I don't really have any. I don't know, I guess shrimp and pasta, maybe? That's not really weird, though. I mean, people make shrimp pasta. I love shrimp pasta. So, I don't know. Okay, my best friend has changed a lot. She's real mean to me now. I don't know what to do. If I bring it up to her, she just says sorry and does it again, but I can't leave because she said she doesn't know what she'd do if I did, and I fear she would hurt herself since she is. I really don't know what to do. Like I said, I'm not an expert, so on this, I would say go talk to a therapist, like a licensed professional on this, but I don't know, man. That's nuts. That's sad. I don't know, honestly. I would really say, yeah, go to talk to a professional or a therapist. I would say have a genuine sit down, probably, and really have an in-depth talk with them. and just tell them, like, I can't do this. Like, you know, like, I can't sit here and be hurt and, like, practically abused, basically. Like, you can't let people do that to you. Like, that's not okay. Like, I don't care who you think you are. You can't abuse your friend like that. So I would talk to a therapist and have, like, a genuine sit down and try and talk things out. Because, like, you just cannot keep doing this. You can't be just keep getting abused and hurt and whatnot. You don't deserve this. So I would talk to him, have a genuine sit down, and talk to a licensed professional and therapist who actually knows how to work this out between his friends, because this is above my pay grade, and I honestly don't know what to do. But, you know, best of luck to you. But, yeah, go talk to a professional. Let's see. Have I been in a relationship or... Yes, I have. Many, surprisingly. Yeah, old lucky boy over here. Oh, lucky. I've been through many relationships. I've been through a lot of them, you know. A lot of crazies, a lot of nice girls, but not a lot of, you know, good people at times, you know. So I've dated a lot of women over the years. So, you know. But I've met a lot of great women, a lot of bad women, but a lot of good ones, you know. But, no, I'm not in a relationship. I am as single as can be. Not for lack of trying. Anywho, yeah. Did you watch Attack on Titan? No, I did not. I have been watching way too many K-dramas. I am deep. Making weird sounds. No, I've been watching a lot of K-dramas, so not really. I did watch The Naked Gun yesterday, though, and it was hilarious. The Naked Gun with Leslie Nielsen is one of the funniest films ever made. It's my favorite comedy. It's my favorite film ever made. It's a masterpiece in slapstick humor. Yeah. Frank, you want to take a dinghy? No, I took care of that at the press conference. How tall am I? I'm like 5'9", I think. Is that tall? Is that short? I don't know. What breed is my dog? He is a... whatchamacallem? I feel like a dad who just forgot, like, their kid's birthday. It's like, what's your name again? He is a Golden Labrador Retriever mix. He is 4 years old. He just turned 4 a month ago in February. So... So, yeah. How are you? Not just today in general. I am fine-ish, I guess. I'll admit, like, lately I've been a little iffy. Like, these past couple weeks and months, like, I've slowly just been, like, just everything just keeps like, I feel like there's some days where it's like, I feel like somebody just flat out sucker punch, like, emotionally, just flat out sucker punched me in the face with brass knuckles. Just sucker punched me in the nose, broke my nose as hard as, you know, possible. Just horrible. Where it's just like, I've said, like, full time, like, at length, full honesty, like, I am legit just, like, I'm gonna, like, just, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna do anything, obviously, but just, like, I'm just doing real rocky, you know, mentally. I've been angry, little sad, upset, iffy, you know, just, like, I remember, like, yesterday I went out and did, like, some grocery shopping, and I was, like, really angry. Like, I was, like, annoyed. Like, truly angry. Like, I was, like, I wanted to just go home and just start punching a brick wall because I was that angry. I was like, I need to vent. But no, I didn't do that. I just went home, watched a film, and ate some snacks. But no, I've been real, like, rocky emotionally lately, especially, like, with the whole, like, scare with my grandfather. He's fine now. It was just he was having some heart trouble, and they took him to the doctor, and it's just like, one of the stents in his heart was messed up, so they went in, replaced that, and he's totally fine now. So, but you know, that's the thing. It's like, I have said at length, you know, to, like, my family, like, I'll just be 100% honest, like, when my dog and grandparents die, I am never gonna be the same human being. This me right now you're listening to, this funny, sarcastic, you know, like, that is gonna be gone. I am not gonna be able to deal with it. Like, I have, like, not totally, but, like, I have a real big struggle with, like, change, you know? It's like a therapy podcast almost at this point, huh? Therapy? You like that, huh? You know, no, I've said, like, at length, like, whenever my dog and grandparents die, like, I am just going to go off the deep end, like, emotionally. Like, I am just gonna lose my mind. I'm just never gonna be the same human being ever again. I'm just gonna break and shatter. I will not be able to handle it. I just can't, you know. I need my dog. I need my grandparents. You know, like, they're what keeps me going. Like, especially, like, when I'm in the hospital, like, you know, they visit, they call, you know. I mean, you know, because, like I said, you know, obviously, I've been, you know, at least half of my childhood was always I was always sick and in the hospital, and, you know, they were always there for me, and, you know, they kept me going, kept me happy and in a good mood. But, you know, that's the thing, is, like, I am like a ticking time bomb, you know, emotionally. Like, I'm a train heading towards the end of the track. May not get there, you know, in the next minute or hour or day or week or month, but, like, someday I'm gonna crash into that wall, and I am just never gonna be the same. So, yeah, I'm just gonna be honest, like, I'm just not gonna be the same human being. I cannot handle change. And it's just losing, you know, both of them, it's gonna be too much, and I just won't recover. So, that's depressing. Hey, who's your favorite YouTuber, if you got one? I don't know, actually. That's a good one. I'd say Vsauce. I'd say him. I grew up on Vsauce. His videos were, like, so deeply tied to my childhood. Like, when he came back, like, a couple years ago in 2019 and made that video, I legitimately cried when he came back, like, at the end of the video, because, like, you know, he was part of my childhood. I grew up on him, you know. He made a big impact on me, and when he was like, and as always, thanks for watching, I was, like, literally crying, because I was like, he just mattered to me so much and whatnot. So I'd say Vsauce, probably. Maybe Bill Burr. Well, Joe Rogan's gone. So, but yeah, I'd say Vsauce. Okay, we'll end with sort of sad one, then end on a funny one. Okay. How do you stay positive when you live with pessimists? You know, I mean, don't let stuff get you down, I guess. That's easy to say, obviously, but no, that's the thing, is, like, yeah, you gotta just, I mean, if they're gonna be sad and whatnot and pessimistic, I mean, try to maybe change their mind, help them out, make them happy, stuff like that. But, you know, if you can, I mean, it is what it is, you know. Obviously try and get them help if they need help, but, you know, I'm not a doctor, so disclaimer, but, you know, just try and be happy, do stuff that makes you happy. Try and make them happy if you can, and whatnot. But just be you, enjoy your life, be happy, you know. But, you know, if, oh my god, my biceps are here. This is such a weird detour. But no, yeah, just do what you like, makes you happy. Try and get them help if you can. Try and make them happy. If you can't, well, you know, just get them help, and that's really all you can do. But like I said, I'm not an expert on this, so just do what makes you happy. Just don't let them get you down, basically. But, yeah, my biceps, they're huge, man. Holy crap. Like, comparatively to other people, they're kind of small. And I'm not, like, as muscly and whatnot compared to other people. But compared to where I was before I really started working out recently, which I started working out a lot in September last year. And now, in March, I'm still kicking and doing great. Getting some good cardio. Putting on some muscle, shaving off a bit of weight. I put on a pound or two, so I gotta get back into the swing of things. But no, I've been doing really good lately. And dude, but compared to how I was before, like, my muscles are insane. You can't see it right now, but like, dude, my forearms are like steel. They're like you know, like that big thick metal, like cords and whatnot. Like, it's ripped. Like, the muscles are just popping out in my bicep. Dude, pure beef. I mean, good god. It's just like, that is, man, I'm getting ripped though. I am putting on muscle. So like I said, compared to other people, I'm not going to be as ripped and muscly, but you know, compared to how I was personally before I started this is incredible. Like, I am feeling great and looking great. Like, this is probably some of the healthiest I've been in quite a while, honestly. Like, I really am doing great, you know, so. I like working out. It's nice, it's fun. Get a good jog in, hit the bag, lift some weights, you know. I've been eating pretty healthy. Like I said, I gotta get back on the wheel because the past couple of days I've been eating some junk. But, you know, I gotta get back to it. So I'm trying to eat a lot more protein. Like, I'm just chowing down eggs, eating peanut butter, you know, just literally beans, like anything with protein. I'm like, give it to me. What I like making is, before I work out, I like making a plate of like steamed broccoli and some scrambled eggs. You know, just some steamed broccoli and scrambled eggs. Nothing really in the scrambled eggs, just scrambled eggs. Put a little salt and pepper on it if you want, and just chow that down. And that's a good meal to have before. So that's what I like doing. But now to the funny, wholesome, not sad question. By the way, I'm not, you know, shaming anyone for doing these kind of emotional, sad questions. It's all right. I get you. We're all trying to, you know, do our best here. So don't worry. It's all right. I promise. You're not depressing anyone. So I hope all of you are doing good. But here's the question. What do you like doing in your free time? What are your hobbies? And what is your opinion about frogs? That's funny. What do I like doing in my free time? Like I said, working out. I like working out. Listening to music. I love music. I like vinyl. Every once in a while, I'll go and, you know, ride my skateboard around for a bit. I'm a huge fan of like video games. Obviously, I'm a huge gamer. That's mainly what I like doing. I love gaming. I am the biggest gamer. Like, I've got... By the way, if you play mobile games on your phone, that's not a gamer. I'm sorry. But I just gotta lay the truth out. So what I got, my setup, like, gaming-wise, is I got a PlayStation 4 on my flat screen. I also got a Nintendo Switch hooked up to that. So a PlayStation 4 and a Nintendo Switch. And I got a gaming PC here at my desk, which is really nice. Which I'm saving up for some new PC parts. So I have more space on my computer, so I can make a lot more videos and better quality and easily, so I have more space to do it. And also, so I can play games, like I said. And I'm also saving up for a mic stand. Because I do not have a mic stand, actually, for those of you who didn't know. So, yeah, that's what I'm kind of saving up for my birthday. And as for frogs, I love them. I love frogs. Froppy from I love My Hero Academia. She's one of my favorite characters. Suyu Asui Froppy. She's adorable. I need to get the Funko Pop for her. I don't have it. I have Ochako and Momo. What else do I got? Oh, look at all. Okay, here we'll go. Here we'll go. I got Funko Pops, My Hero Academia wise. I got a Jiro Kirishima. I got the Silver Age All Might in his weakened state. I got the Himiko Toga one. It's like the anime exclusive one. Shota Azui. Aizawa. I'm thinking Suyu Asui. Shoto. Dude, I can't. There's so many characters in this show, I can't keep track of their names. But I got basically Eraserhead. Then Izuku Midoriya, I got him in his, like, season 1, like, you know, suit and whatnot with the bunny ears and whatnot. I got Todoroki, just the normal one. All for One. All Might in his classic uniform, just his normal one. Deku in training. I got the whole Target exclusive glow in the dark one for Deku. Momo, Yorozu, and I got what's his name? Tokayami. So I got him and Ochako. So and a new one. I got Kuragiri. I got him too. So I got a ton of My Hero stuff. I'm a huge My Hero fan. I actually got a fig pin, one of those fig pins. I think I'm gonna start collecting them now. I got a Mount Lady one. I need to get a Mount Lady Funko Pop, but yeah, frogs are cool. I like them. I used to have some as pets. When I was a kid, I would go out and look for frogs out in the wild, and I'd take them and I'd keep them as like my pets in like my little containers, and I had frogs for pets. So. But, yeah, that's the podcast. It's been a long one, but, I enjoyed it. I like making these podcasts. I like having fun. I like recording them. So, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you're all doing well. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. All right, see y'all.